So in this Pokemon Legends ZA video, my friends, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get every Wild Zone 18 shiny Pokemon in the game. If you find this video useful, if you enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe for more. Let's jump into this. So first things first, we actually got to go to Wild Zone 18, which is located at the top left corner of the map right here. Now, if you don't know about all the different methods, we're going to be utilizing a variety of different methods, such as the fast travel method, the running method, and the bench method. I made a whole video on that. You guys can check that one out. Now, right here, let me put a marker down here. If you don't know, basically when you do the bench method or the fast travel method, any Pokemon within a 50-meter radius is going to get respawned. But if we do the fast travel method, which we're not going to be focusing on as much in this video, you can see these guys right here are just pretty much on the edge of 50 meters. So again, we're not going to be utilizing that too much, but there's also going to be some back here. And again, just for clarification, this is an alpha Salamence, excuse me, that is always there, and the Bagon, or how you pronounce them, there's usually two there. Back here, there's going to be an alpha Bugs Bunny. No, I don't know what actually you call this one. It's Lopunny. There's going to be an alpha right there, and again, you can see past 50 meters. So what is going to be the best method? Well, if you want, you can do the running method, but I'm going to show you guys the bench method, which is significantly better for most of these Pokemon. Maybe not the Lopunny, but we're going to be basically running back until we get about 70 meters away. See, boom, right about here, right past this crosswalk, is when that Salamence is going to despawn, and then we're going to walk up right over here, and then we're going to see it kind of spawn back in right there. Okay, I don't even think we need to go inside to do that. And then these little guys are also going to despawn and respawn. So again, we're just going to be kind of like going back. Usually the Salamence is at least kind of hanging out in the streets, so you can see him when he despawns. If he despawns, then the other guys should be spawning in. And again, you don't have to go in, just walk up to the kind of gate there, and then you're going to be able to see him kind of respawn back in. So again, just go a little bit past that crosswalk just to make sure that they're spawning in and out. And that's going to be the running method to get those guys. But again, there's a little bit of an easier method, in my opinion, unless you want to run back and forth. It might take a little bit longer to do this one, but this one is, you know, you're going to get a lot of different Pokemon. So that's how you get them. Let's go over here. Follow my path here. We're going to go use the bench method. Okay, now the bench method is going to be interesting. I do want to note one thing. This is not a level Wild Zone 18 Pokemon, but there's a trash guy, Trubbish, right here. He's going to be in zone as well, or in our kind of in our range with the bench method. He can be shiny as well. So that's kind of a bonus little Pokemon there. I've gotten him shiny doing the bench method, but we're going to climb all the way up to the top here. And when we get up here, there's going to be a bench, and we're going to sleep. And there's a lot of Pokemon that we're going to be able to get when we do this method. So up here on the roof, during the daytime, you're going to find these guys, the Swablues and the, Swablu? Is that, no, that's not how you say it. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Swablu. And then the evolved version, which I always forget how to pronounce properly. So anyways, they're going to be up here during the day. We're going to get the Noibats. So basically replace these guys with Noibats, little Noibats, and then the, what is it, a Noivern or whatever during the daytime, the nighttime. They're going to be the ones that are there nighttime. So as you flip using the bench method, which the bench is going to be right here, when it's nighttime, it's going to be refreshing the Noibats and the Noivern. During the daytime, it's going to be refreshing these guys here. And then if you walk right up to the gate here, you can usually, at least on the Switch 2, I don't know about the Switch 1, I'll show you another method in a second here. But for the Fennekin, the Fennekin's going to spawn on that rooftop, and you can kind of take a quick look at the Fennekin just like that. So sleeping on this bench is going to do a couple things. Number one, it's going to refresh these guys down there. So again, during the day, and then the Noiverns and the Noibats during the night. The Fennekin over there, the Trubbish down there. The Lopunny, it depends. If the Lopunny is right there, as you see where the Lopunny is right now, that is going to be within 50 meters. I keep hitting that. There you go. But right about there, where the Lopunny is walking to, is going to be just outside 50 meters. So it's kind of a toss-up with that one. That one you might have to use the running method. And then the other thing is right down there. Look at down there. What do you see down there? The Salamence within 50 meters and the two Bagons. Bagons? I always pronounce them. I actually got the shiny Salamence doing this bench method. I just kind of took a peek down there, and he was, boom, green. Amazing. But by the way, man, the green, shiny Salamence, absolutely incredible. So those guys are going to be respawning as well. So you're pretty much hitting almost everything in Zone 18 using the bench method. Now, there's macros you can use if you have certain controllers like the 8-bit Do Pro 3. If you don't know about that, I'll leave a link down in the description below for both a video that I made on it as well as an affiliate link where you can purchase that on Amazon. I had to buy my own controller. I'm not affiliated with 8-bit Do. It's an Amazon affiliate link. So that's the method to get all these guys. You're just going to sleep and recycle and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to all refresh and you're going to get all of them. Now, what happens if you're on the Switch 1, you can't really see Fennekin? A couple things. You can either go right through this gate right here to see him. It's still within 50 meters, so he will still be resetting. He or she, it could be a female, of course, as well. With this bench, it will be resetting even if you don't see it. So I would just reset it, you know, maybe 30, 40, 50 times, or leave it for a while. Leave it overnight if you do have one of those macro controllers. And then you can go kind of, you know, within Zone 18 and check. Or there's another method. A little bit longer to do this method, but yeah, we're going to go over here. We're going to kind of roto glide over to this kind of rooftop over here. And we're just going to kind of make our way all the way around here. A nice little roto glide again here. Or you can kind of just do like a... You probably could just do a roll off of that. We're going to go up here, and we're going to end up on the other side of Zone 18. Now, what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to put a save down here. And then we're going to go inside. And we are going to go ahead and despawn this Fennekin. This Fennekin is going to respawn every 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead. He's going to run away. And at that point, what I want to do is I want to hide behind here. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to put a timer on for 1 minute. Okay, you want to time this so you know exactly when to basically save it again, because we're going to have to save it again when it gets close to the 1 minute mark. So I'm going to open up a timer on my clock and I'm going to cut ahead. You guys can see. Okay, so if I'm timing this right, the Fennekin should be spawning within a few seconds here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple seconds and then I'm going to save it to try to get as close to that spawn as possible. Should be any second. Boom, there you go. So the Fennekin spawns. What do we do now? Well, we have our save. Do not save it once the Fennekin spawns, unless it's a shiny. We're going to close our game just like this, and we're going to reboot our game. And again, this is extremely tedious to do it this way, but you're going to be right here, and the Fennekin's going to spawn pretty much within like 2 seconds. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait 1 second, and I'm going to save it again, just to kind of try to get it a slight bit closer to that spawn. And then boom, it spawns. And just to show you guys, this is a 21 male. So I'm going to close my game. Oops. I'm going to close my game again. I'm going to reboot it. 21 male. I'm not going to cut the video just so you guys know that I'm being 100% genuine with you guys. Level 21 male. We're going to load back in. Thankfully, the game doesn't take too long to load. At least on the Switch 2. Maybe on the Switch 1, it's going to be a little bit more annoying. So again, we're going to see in about 2 seconds, boom, it spawns, and it's a level 23 male this time. So you can see it definitely does change every time you close the game, you reopen the game. Is this the best method? No, I still think the bench method is the best, but you know, you're going to be right here. We'll check one more time just to kind of show you guys. And again, it's a little bit tedious to do it this way, but you know, you're going to be right by that Fennekin. Now, what if you're not by this Fennekin? What if you're doing the bench method? Well, again, you're just going to go through that gate. You're going to come, you know, jump down, climb up here, and you can just kind of hide behind here till the Fennekin kind of turns away. I like to smack the Fennekin around a little bit with one of the other Pokemon just to make sure it can't run away. And then I like to catch it once it's basically knocked out, because if it sees me, it's going to run away. These Pokemon are very finicky. The Fennekin and the Froakie in another zone, which you can check out that video. It's a separate video. So that's another way to get the Fennekin. And again, the Lopunny down here, just one more time to reiterate, is kind of within the 50-meter radius for the bench, but if it's not, again, one of the methods you can just kind of do is just have to run away. So if it doesn't see you, because if it sees you, it's going to chase you. If it doesn't see you, you can kind of run away 70 meters and it should despawn. So we can kind of mark it down right here if we kind of come a little bit close to it, try to make sure it doesn't see us. I'm going to put a marker right where I am right here. Actually, this is not going to be 70 meters either, I don't think. No, it is. So you'd have to come all the way back to this kind of corner here. And since there's a lot of boxes here and there's kind of like this, you know, gate right here, you can just kind of exit out here. Again, a little tedious because it takes a second, a little kind of pause before the before your character goes through that gate. But I would go like maybe just 75 to 80 meters, and then you can kind of run back and kind of, you know, check it like that. You might be able to peek over like this if you're lucky. Yeah, you can kind of see the ears, I think, are usually pink, so you can kind of peek over and kind of, you know, go backwards like that. Again, if the Lopunny is where it is right now, it will be within that 50-meter radius. So I would say just use the bench method to get all your other Pokemon, and then you can kind of come back and knock that one out as well. So that's pretty much that. That's how you get all of the Zone 18, Wild Zone 18 Pokemon shiny in Legends ZA. I hope this video helped you guys out and you found it useful. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more, and at the very end here, what am I going to do? I'm going to show you that green Salamence, because it's pretty nice, isn't it? It's pretty nice. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Game on. Catch you guys later.